I was like, maybe Brandon might want this.
There we go. We live now.
We
Everywhere.
live.
Twitch.tv/Real Fake Therapy Podcast. Facebook.com/Real Fake Therapy Podcast. YouTube. Real Fake Therapy Podcast. We are live.
JoyMitch.com, Real Fake Therapy Podcast.
Is that where we at? JoyMitch.com? Real Fake Therapy Podcast?
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
If you want it to be, if it's like a thing that you can just imagine,
For sure.
it can be real.
For sure. All right. And like that, we're off with another episode of the Real Fake Therapy Podcast, the Fake Therapy Podcast. And we are the greatest trio since LeBron, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh. I am your host, the big dog, Kurt Dempsey, a.k.a. Beyonce. Beyonce, have you enjoyed your time in Paris? Oh, they not fucking with me.
I moved. Literally
I
moved
see
to do
what
it.
type of time we on this episode.
He bust out with a trio, and today we got Ray Allen with us.
I see what type of episode we finna have today. If
That's
y'all
not
watching,
that's not true, y'all.
if
That's
y'all
not
if,
true.
if y'all
That's not
watching
true. That's not true.
on all the streams, if y'all joining us live on all the streams, my biggest op right now is sitting way across the room from me. None other than Otissa
I gotta put my headphones on so I
Lufiana
can hear.
Harrison.
Wait, not my biggest op. Actually,
Brianna, you being real oppy today. You being real oppy today.
today, what did I do?
Oh, you know what you did. We gonna get into it.
What did I do today?
Your decision making.
Not in London, are we?
Who you siding with? It's giving op.
It's not though. Captain America gives op.
Oh, okay.
So I think you just don't want to accept that your man's is a piece of work.
How you doing today?
I'm good.
That's
No, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It was a busy day at work.
For sure.
Hectic day at work.
For sure.
But I'm good. How are you?
I'm alright. I'm
Yeah.
cool. You know what I'm saying? Taking it one day at a time, you know. Getting prepared for all the battles ahead of me. You know. And if you're watching on Twitch.tv/Real Fake Therapy Podcast, Facebook, Real Fake Therapy Podcast, YouTube, Real Fake Therapy Podcast. Next to me is my dog. Ain't never gonna turn his back on me. Donnie Thornberry. Joey Mitchell's in the building. What's going on, G?
A lot is going on. A whole lot of everything.
For sure. For sure. And as we get into this episode, we have a very special guest in the building with us. The other half of the Lip Smackers have returned once again. The very beautiful, the very talented Millie is in the building. How you doing, sis?
I'm doing good. Happy
That's
to be
what's
here. What's up?
That's what's up. And happy birthday too.
Thank
Birthday
you.
weekend and
Thank
shit.
you.
Turn up. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? Get your shit off. Yeah, for real. We finna have a fun show. We starting later than usual, but you know what I'm saying? This shit finna kick up quick. So without further ado, we gonna get the law out of the 48 laws of hustle before we start moving furniture around in this bitch, because we know it's finna come. We know it's finna happen. So law number 11 out of the 48 laws of hustle is be you. Everyone wants to be the next this or the next that. Instead, be the next you. Listen to the genius inside of you and create from your heart. Don't cheat the world from your contribution by following what everyone else is doing. Ideas don't have an expiration date, but we do. So be yourself.
I like that.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
real.
I like that. So let's go ahead hack away at this ice. Are you team Cap or team Iron Man?
Iron Man.
Are you team Cap or team Iron Man?
Iron Man.
Are you team Cap or team Iron Man?
Thanos.
That's a decent answer though.
I feel like that. I feel like that's a valid fucking answer. That is a valid fucking answer. But if you had to choose between Iron Man and Captain America,
Right, because I need you to answer the question at hand.
I need a real answer.
I mean, I would choose Iron Man, not just because of the Sokovian Accords and all of that stuff.
You niggas is really ops.
What I'm going for the old souped up
Well,
nigga.
no, we
like
need-
he's slow, but he's swollen. You know, that's all he got coming to the table. Like that's all he can do to. That's his argument.
We need Kurt to.
I'm going with the genius.
I need.
Period.
I need you.
I see what you're saying.
I know what you're saying.
But-
You're
but-
talking
but
about
the
the basis of the
conversation-
movie
Yeah,
and what they believed in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm still.
You
Thank you.
still iron?
Thank you.
Y'all
Yes.
niggas
Thank
is
you.
some ops.
How?
Y'all niggas is some ops.
Okay, can you please elaborate?
Y'all really turned.
I don't even understand why you're
Alright.
saying Captain America. I really need to understand why you're saying
That nigga was riding for his mans.
Yeah,
His-
but
his-
that wasn't
his-
the only cause of the movie. He was doing that because his man fucked up. But at the same time, dog, you sitting up here and you done made this your man's now. This your man's.
And I understand Tony my man's, but this my man's.
So you don't. Here's the thing.
What if my man's my friend killed your pops, and I knew about it.
Off that shit. He was off that shit.
I don't
man.
give a fuck what he was off. He
Oh.
killed your pops.
Oh man, he was brainwashed off that shit.
I'm supposed to keep it a secret.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
so
hey,
so
you
you're
ain't got
that
your
friend.
pops. You had to grow without that nigga. But you know, I've known you for all this time, and I remember.
It's called being fair. He should have let Iron Man and Bucky battle it out.
Yeah.
But
That's the only
what
thing I
I
agree
don't
with. They
appro-
should have ran the fair.
What I do, that's what it was. That's what I don't appreciate.
You know, Iron Man was finna duke his ass up though.
But if that's what you get, that's what you get.
Yeah,
That's
no,
where
so.
Cap lost my respect.
For sure.
That jumping shit, Mr. High and Mighty, I got morals. You
Yeah,
know what
no,
I'm
no,
saying?
I
Like,
got
boy,
I mean, let them fight and
no.
then try to stop it. But you know,
Yeah, no, I ain't.
that's
I
how
got
Captain
you.
America built though.
And then
the
you
whole
whoop my
world.
ass with the tech that his father. Gee, come on now, stop.
Hey,
Stop.
man.
I wanted that freezer burnt popsicle. Really pissed me off.
That freezer burnt popsicle.
Like they really pissed me off. I can't.
But
even
see,
hold
that
you.
wasn't his fault though. Neither though. At the same time,
What wasn't his
it
fault?
wasn't Bucky's fault.
I understand that, but at the same time, you got to answer to the shit that you did.
Yeah.
That's just what it was. It wasn't about the court. Like, so when people like try to mix the argument,
Yeah, that's what
it'd
I'm
be
saying.
like, y'all, like you
because
know,
the
it's
movie
no,
was about the Accord.
it's not about. I don't care about what the government was finna get involved with. It's all about my people.
Right.
It's all. It's personal.
Well,
now.
then I mean, you team Cap
No.
If that's the case.
If you're keeping it above, then yeah.
because that's his people.
Because
He
that
about
was his
people.
argument.
That was,
He was riding
his
for his
personal
mans.
argument,
His mans made a mistake.
That was too personal.
but
That's
see,
too
me,
personal. That's too
I'm
personal.
going on multiple facets.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
if,
yeah.
If I know these
you looking at it
motherfuckers,
from
Iron Man is a genius.
Yes.
for sure.
I don't think he will fuck up.
You looking
that
at what
bad.
he bring.
What he bringing to the table.
Ultron.
What he bringing to the table. Yeah, he fucked
He
up
wouldn't
and
fuck
made.
up that bad.
Yeah, he made Ultron, but at the same time,
With good intentions.
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been bad if it wasn't for the motherfuckers in the first place.
But I'm saying, like, with good intentions, he created Ultron because he saw something and was like, I have to combat it. And then, you know, computers do what computers do and was like, oh no, humans are crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all
So,
motherfuckers want to throw a party and all this shit while he down here working. Just let the man finish working. He would have finished tinkering. Ultron would have been the next hero. But instead, this motherfucker wanted to create a mind of his own. Literally.
I feel like Iron Man really
But I would have been
be looking out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he'd be looking out, Iron Man, to be honest. Isn't he a martyr?
I feel like he considered things that Captain didn't. Like, I
No.
just didn't like I ain't like how he was just like, oh yeah, that's casualties of war. Because, you know, the whole point of the Accords was because Wanda, unhinged ass. Like, didn't she like blow up a hospital?
Nah, she
Or
it
something
was
like
an
that.
accident. She was trying to save the world, actually. She was trying to stop the bomb.
Yes. And
His ass
and-
ended
So
up.
so niggas just can't make mistakes.
Yeah, she literally made a mistake.
That's all that shit is.
Like, but I understand what
Bucky,
the Accords is for, though.
Wanda, Hulk. Look at all the niggas just making mistakes.
Well, Hulk, everybody that made mistakes, all of them make mistakes. That's what the movies is about. It's called mistakes. When that big red logo come up, that's a foreign language for
Right.
mistakes.
Marvelous mistake
Yeah,
in superhero.
yeah, that's what that means.
I got you. I follow you.
I'm sorry, Kurt.
I fuck with. I know.
I don't know.
He seemed a little hurt
I'm
over there.
trying to tell you, it's been like this all week.
Cause I'm appalled.
Appalled?
I'm
Who
appalled,
saved the world?
Appalled?
Iron Man.
Period.
Fuck. What the fuck did this nigga do?
Define appalled.
The nigga went and got all the stones and shit, put them back and shit. He put everything back the way it
That's
was
the type of
supposed
nigga
to.
he is. Go do that
Are
shit,
you
then.
talking about
Man.
Captain
Play your
America?
part.
Are you talking about Captain America?
Yeah.
But he didn't come up with the plan with the time travel, did he?
He didn't come up with shit. He just did shit. They could have had anybody do that shit. Remember, Scott was trying to go do that shit. He would have been better off doing
Yeah,
it.
nigga, it was Scott's idea to time travel.
Yeah, because Scott knew something that everybody else ain't know.
For sure.
That nigga was ghoulish in the moment. Like he knew some things that nobody else knew because of his little whole experience. And then, you know, look at here now. We got Kang over here doing all this shit. And
I still have to see that.
that's
actually.
more for him. Like this
See
nigga
what?
is the center of all the shit.
See which one?
The
Loki.
Ant-Man.
Oh, Ant-Man. Oh yeah, you gotta watch that.
There you go.
Is that the
Before
third
you
one
watch
or the
Loki.
second one?
Second.
The second one. Okay.
That's number 3.
Oh no.
I thought that's why I'm like, I thought it was
is
three.
It is
Number
third.
3, yeah. 'Cause
Quantum
the
Mania
second
is the
one was
third one.
Ghost.
Yeah. The second one was Ghost. Pass it to Ghost. Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. No. Y'all niggas is ops. I'm not letting y'all have this. I'm not
On
letting
episode
y'all have
32, this
on
is where he's
episode
gonna.
32, and it's very fitting that we having this conversation because the next topic is establishing boundaries with your loved ones. Because this shit, I can't.
Please get this. This man is insane.
Yeah. We keep talking about
It's like, look at him.
He's hurt.
Because I can't keep doing this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? What is the importance of establishing boundaries with people that you care about? You know what I'm saying? Like people that you love. Do y'all feel that type of shit is necessary? And then how do you go about doing it once things have progressed too far?
The only person that I find myself having to establish boundaries with is my mother.
Mm-hmm.
I think it started when I first had my son because it's like you raised me, now you feel like you know what's best for how I raise my own child. And so establishing boundaries with her helps for me to affirm my position as his mother, one.
Mm-hmm.
And two, helps her to realize like I'm not a kid anymore.
Right.
You're my mother, but I don't need your mother ring. I need you to just respect me.
For sure. For sure. What were some hurdles that you experienced with that shit though? Like trying to establish those boundaries.
A lot of defensiveness, a lot of anytime I speak my mind, it comes off like, anytime you speak your mind with older people, they feel like you honestly being disrespectful. And I'm like, I had to say one time, I'm like, so what I feel doesn't matter? Only how you feel matters?
Right.
Do you think that's okay?
Right.
She's like, don't get an attitude. I'm not even getting an attitude. I'm calm.
Do you extend that same courtesy to your kids?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not the type of parent that won't apologize or hear him out or like, listen, like, no, I'm not like that.
No.
I want to know. I want you to talk to me so that, when something big happens, you talk to me.
No, for sure. For sure. I'm the same way with me and man. I know for me, going through a divorce, that's kind of establishing boundaries there it's tricky. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody that's been through a separation or a divorce, to be so, you know what I'm saying, close knit with somebody, then have to start retracting. You know what I'm saying? Creating elements of, this is private for me now. You don't have this type of access. It's a difficult thing. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no blueprints or no shit like that. You feel me? Like it's one of those things where it's like it requires a lot of constant communication. It requires a lot of having those difficult conversations, that being in uncomfortable moments. You know what I'm saying? That people tend to avoid.
It's like establishing a new relationship.
Yeah, it is like having
Yeah.
a new relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about y'all?
No, I told you, like, my mom still opens my mail. She still, every time she texts me, you have another ticket. And it's like, hey, come on, man. Like,
Right.
if you would not be in my business, you wouldn't be upset about this ticket. I ain't thinking about this ticket.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you would stop driving to a Goofy movie, you wouldn't be getting tickets.
You know, I don't get speeding tickets. I used to get a lot of parking
tickets. No.
Parking
for sure.
tickets.
City of Chicago is OC.
Man,
Oh,
They don't
fucking
play. And, you know, I get a couple, you know, red light violations. I think they be tweaking though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But
they
Yeah.
definitely do.
yeah, no, but no, them pictures. There was one where it was like,
Caught your ass.
Brianna, like, that's a clear red and you turned in there. A left turn. Ghetto. Yeah, no, like it's weird because it's just, I think for her, I had to learn not to bring certain things to her too. Like also
Yes.
like, you know, like since my mail goes to my parents' house, it's kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna fight you on that one. But you know, when I went through my separation and my divorce and all that good stuff, I tried to keep them from knowing certain things because, you know, like, especially like with family, they'll get like they'll feel more of a way about people, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
on your behalf. And it's
Yeah.
like, hey, you're actually making this worse.
Making this worse. Absolutely.
Now you're making this worse because I remember, oh my God, I remember when my father just decided to text my kid's dad. And I'm like, after we came back from the night of Womanish, remember we went to Womanish?
Oh
And I texted her and I
yeah.
said, so why did my father just apparently curse out, you know, my kid's dad? And I'm like, I didn't ask you to do that, gang. I didn't
Right.
ask you.
Damn.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are we?
How did y'all bounce back from that?
Who, man?
You and your dad, like him.
I mean, what happened was, you know, it was brought to me a certain way. Then I went to talk to him, and he told me that it wasn't what the person was saying.
Right.
And then the next day, there was an even bigger situation
Mhm.
between me and the father. And that's actually how we came into having that 1 week on, 1 week off
Mhm.
arrangement, was
Right.
because we were that pissed off in the moment where, like, the only time the exchange happened at like the daycare. Like for a while, we didn't even engage with each other personally. And so like, that's how that came about. But it was like, you know, Dad, you know, the things I tell you, it doesn't mean that you have to go and fight on my behalf. I appreciate you for wanting to do so,
Mhm.
but that time is over. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got to do this.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, setting boundaries, letting folks know like what not their place, but
Yeah.
it kind of like, okay, that's not what you should be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I set boundaries with everybody, because every person other than yourself is a relationship. Whether it's your kids, your mama, your friends, your spouse, they are relationships, and it's certain things you should not either do or talk about unless you open like that. But if you know your person that you're dealing with, understand that person might need boundaries set. It might not be for you, it might be for them. Because for me, I'm an open book for the most part. But then when you are an open book, you can either hurt people's feelings, or you can seem like you don't care with some of the things that you might say if you got if you think differently.
Mhm.
So and when I say think differently, I mean saying some shit that they're not trying to hear. So when it come to like,
That'd be me most of the time. I be saying shit don't nobody want to hear. Man,
but that's where boundaries technically come in at, because it's like, I know I can't talk about this type of stuff with you, because with you, I just use you because I'm looking in your direction. With you, I know I can't be too aggressive with some of the jokes that I say, because you get sensitive, for lack of better terms, and like feel a type of way and feel attacked. So I don't joke with you how I joke with him. With him, I think the boundaries probably will be, I don't know what the boundaries really is, because it's like,
We
He
have
don't-
no boundaries.
No, it ain't even that because I feel like we got boundaries because I don't like.
For sure.
I don't talk to you about certain things. Like I don't talk about
I get.
sexual things with
Mhm.
you like that I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
with, my lady and nothing like that. Like
Yeah.
that's just like,
Obviously.
but there, this nigga. But no, some people do that. Like some guys
Yeah,
like
no,
talk
no,
about
no,
that shit
yeah.
amongst
Guys
each
share
other.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Some guys share shit
Yeah,
like that.
See, I ain't
a
gonna
lot
hold
of dudes share that shit.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm saying.
ain't with that shit.
See, I know us women do that, but that seems
Guys
like a
talk
woman
about
thing.
it too.
Yeah.
Like for guys to
Nah,
talk about their
nah,
kills.
niggas
amongst each other.
and
Very
niggas
weird.
be.
But yeah, niggas will
yeah.
get graphic and they'll tell you shit, and that's what I'm saying.
I'm not
Like
with that shit.
I don't do that type of shit with no guys because it's like that's to me. I don't need you envisioning what I'm doing or envisioning. We ain't even gotta.
That's why I be
Get in that
getting
way.
stressed out when y'all make certain.
See, what do I make? What jokes do I make?
Yeah,
Like the jokes that I make is outside jokes. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna do this to somebody or I'm gonna do this to something.
No,
It's
I
always,
don't need to.
oh, that's gonna happen to that.
I'm just saying I don't need the vision at all. Fistina was out of pocket.
Excuse me?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Fistina.
And then you was like palm a little sick. I ain't need that.
What?
I didn't need it. Y'all are nice, wholesome people in my mask. Never done
When
nothing.
I do that little, bloop, that's the Black Mirror me remembering what you just said, and I'm gonna throw it back at you later.
Yeah.
Because that's what that is like. Rihanna,
because this
you
one
say
here,
the wildest things.
this one
That be
here,
like,
Once again,
hey, maybe my brain didn't need to go there, but I
Once
don't be
again-
caring because it's like I don't think like that. I don't think along
once
those
again,
terms.
they're referring to a older version of myself
Older
to the
version.
audience.
Like,
I'm not that
last week or
individual
something.
no more, so I'm just saying.
I would love to understand what you're talking about. I feel kind of lost.
I don't want to like. That's what I'm saying. Boundaries. I ain't gonna go there with her.
We're not finna cross that boundary.
Yeah, we
Okay.
don't need to
All right.
do that.
I
I don't need
respect
to. I understand that she don't understand, and it's okay.
I know I understand, but I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my brothers. I don't want to hear it.
Appreciate the same
What
thing.
makes you think we wanted to hear?
I don't be thinking that I'm gonna say it though. That's what
She
I'm
don't be
saying.
thinking she gonna say it, but when we don't be thinking we gonna say it, and we talking amongst guys, we ain't talking to her.
Yeah.
Like we ain't say, hey.
You in a guy's conversation
Like-
now.
like
You
for
part of
real.
the game.
So when we talking amongst each other,
You
and
finna know what the
pick it
right
up,
hand and the left hand are.
and you ask a question, I'm gonna give you the question. You ain't find out, Fistina, because I told you.
I love y'all. Just know that I love y'all deeply, and I appreciate you.
For sure. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Give me the old school.
It was
It was this for
not the
me.
kids. Jesus
Dapping her
Christ.
up and shit. No, for sure. So look, I was having a conversation earlier this week about minding your fucking business. And no. No. But in all seriousness, all seriousness, the conversation was behind, it was centered around a lot of protecting of Black women, protecting of us as a society, and how like for Black people as a whole, we've been taught to mind our fucking business when we see shit in the street, when we hear shit. And I just want to pose a question to y'all. Do y'all think minding our business is a detriment to our community? Because if you pay attention to any other culture, any other ethnicity, any other race, they don't mind their fucking business. When they see shit, they speak up about it. When issues are happening live in moments, a Karen is gonna say something. You feel me? But like for us, that ain't my business.
I would say so. I also think it's one of those divisive tactics. You know what I'm saying? That they, put into our community to be like, no. You know what I'm saying? I think we talked about that last week about how like a lot of the reasons why we are as a community is systemic. And I think that they did kind of teach us like a individualism. Manage your business, get yours, boom, boom, boom. And because if we didn't, I feel like if we did intervene more so when we see like things going on, like a lot of things wouldn't escalate, you know what I'm saying, the way that they do. But that's just me.
I feel like that don't work in our society because one, minding your business, that yeah, it can go bad if it's some shit you probably should have, but minding your business will never like you, some people need you to mind their business sometimes, and I'm not saying like because we open the show talking about superheroes, right? Them niggas don't mind their business. We need that type of energy, but we can't afford that type of energy because nah, for real, we need that type of energy where it's like, hey, go help this fucking lady or go help this person because this person is fucked up and they don't got their own way of handling this right now. So help them. But we can't do that as a society because my train of thought. Oh yeah, we can't do that because we already got like issues in our communities. Like you go tell on the motherfucker. If you go tell on a nigga, they ruining him and his whole life for years on that. So it's like you do that, you might as well be working for the ops too, because they don't give us the same force that they give to other motherfuckers. They'll try to help another motherfucker and be like, here's some classes, here's some domestic classes, here's some this classes, here's some whatever the case may be, gun charges, all that type of stuff. But if it's a black person, oh, you getting a book thrown at you, you ain't getting no assistance thrown at you, and then afterwards figure it out. And that create a fucked up community in itself.
But is that enough of a reason to not see some when certain shit is going down? You know what I'm saying? I don't think that. And I'm
able
not
to do something, but think about evaluate the situation and figure out what it is that you can do and what it is that you should do. Because if you see somebody getting their ass beat on the street, what's your first instinct? You gotta evaluate. All right, is this person with that person? Is that person being mugged? First off, your health. Is there a weapon involved? Should I involve myself if I have a weapon? Yes or no, depending on the situation. So it's like a whole lot to think about. And in that same time, a person could either be gone or you could either save a life or not.
Lose your life.
I don't know if
I feel like I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I feel like it's situational.
It's
like
very situational.
I told my friend, she asked me like, would you want your guy to jump in if he sees a lady getting beat up by a man, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I would want him to call the police. And so she was like, you wouldn't want him to intervene. I said it depends on the situation because the person could just pull out a gun and kill him. Mm-hmm. Now what? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like if it end fairly for him and he know for a fact it will, okay. But if it's a probability that he can lose his life, I'd rather him not. And I don't think,
or go to jail helping
another sister down in the streets.
Gee, but no, like because we don't know. Like I don't know the backstory. I don't know. It's not enough information.
All the men gotta be strapped up. All our men strapped up and know how to.
And now we got strapped up idiots because a lot of people don't know how to use a gun. A lot of people ain't even brave enough to throw a hand yet, let alone a bullet.
Yeah, like they're not taking classes for it at all. So you really just causing more chaos. And also, I feel like minding your business is detrimental to our community because it's so many unsolved murders and missing people and just craziness. And people are really scared. But at the same time, other people are just trying to be like these rappers like, no, I ain't snitching because, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that type of stuff. And it's just like, y'all basing your life off of somebody who lives in a mansion with security guards. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean?
For sure. I'm not trying to poke holes or anything, but you kind of contradicted yourself just now because like if we want to think about like people that die behind certain shit, people that get murdered, people that get kidnapped, things like that, though it be those split second moments of like if you a man and you seeing a woman being assaulted, you could have saved that girl's life.
If you see a kid being lured into a
if you're being a like kid, you feel me? Like so it's not a black and white conversation, not no pun intended, but it's a lot of gray area when it comes to that, and it's like it's only like that in our community. You feel me? Like we don't see these moments of where motherfuckers on the other side of the spectrum not speaking up.
That's a, I ain't gonna say it's a lie, but that's actually not true. Because in their own communities, I would say in the white community, they shut the fuck up a lot. Like they will know the business. They probably might even chat amongst each other, but they don't turn on that. That's their logic behind it. They ain't gonna turn on their own to get that person in trouble. They'll just be cool with this motherfucker being a molester or being a fucking whatever he is. They will shut the fuck up until he's caught.
I just feel like I don't be really worried about what other coaches are doing. It's just more about what is right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know. If you can do something when you see certain things, then do something. Don't do nothing that's outside of your realm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you know you're not a fighter, if you know you're not a gun toter, don't get in that shit physically. But hey, calling the police is cool. You know what I'm saying?
Like that. If you can get her away, cool.
Yeah, I do have a personal mind your own business type of idea that I have. Is really mind your business is you and your family that you have access to, that you are molding. Not even if it's like your kids and shit, but like people in your.
I was gonna say that's why I was gonna say like for me,
business.
Like when it comes to like I probably won't get involved in no outside shit because like you don't know the layers and the nuances behind all that. But it's like, you know, like if something going on with my people, like my family, it's like, all right, what's going on, gang? How do I, you know what I'm saying, resolve this or help resolve this or, you know, stuff like that. So I guess it is situational, I would say.
Yeah. And I think it goes outside of violence too. What about your friendships? When you see somebody going down a path that's not conducive to their life, like it's really fucking them up. Like you're gonna be quiet, you're gonna mind your business.
I hate people like that though. I ain't gonna hold you. You can't call yourself my friend if you see me going down a path and you ain't say shit.
Yeah, it's
like I don't.
I'm a person that I believe in that you should speak your piece, but you also gotta understand that you'll fuck around and lose somebody because you didn't assist them in a certain way. Like you maybe was too aggressive in your way of either communicating that information or just the whole oh well, I see you doing this too much. And then you gotta calm down. They like, who the fuck are you to be telling me? So it's like,
I'm your friend.
I think it's all and I've said this before. It's all about how you frame it. Because I've said before, like when people be like, yeah, I gotta get away from such and such, because they get like this when they drink and boom, boom, boom. I'm like, all right, did you tell them? Did you tell them? And it's like, well, yeah, I told them, but was it when they were pissing you off and when they were in their drunk shit, or did you wait and be like, hey, friend, so I noticed that when you do this, you become this person. Now, if it's your friend, I doubt they gonna instantly be like, boy, get the fuck out of my face. Like, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. They gonna listen in some type of way. But I think it's all about, I think when we do try to tell people about their stuff, we do have to be mindful of how we're saying it, because, you know, you don't know their mental state and all that good stuff. But, and I also understand that you can't sugarcoat everything. No. That's how people are. But it's just like initially, what I'm saying is initially, if you think you finna go in with fire and think somebody's going to respond well to that, then that was a miscalculation on your part. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but if that is someone you love, you're gonna find a way to say that shit in
if it was you, I'm sorry, I could. If it was him, he's gonna get the raw. Like, I'm sorry, like my friends is gonna get the raw. I ain't finna sugarcoat shit if I feel the type of way. If I feel like I have to tell you, I'm gonna tell you in a nice way, but I'm not sugarcoating it. Like, I'm not gonna, well, I noticed that, you know, things were you were doing this, you're acting this way. I'm gonna wait until I see that you need somebody to step in and talk to you about it, because shit, I have a friend that's being different towards me, but I'm letting him have his space to, you know, kind of figure things out and, you know, get it together. And, you know, when he's ready to speak, we'll speak. But we ain't finna like I'm not finna sit here and be like, hey, I noticed this, I don't like it, because you're a grown ass person.
Why do we always have that excuse for everything? You're grown. You're grown. I don't have to be nice to you. Like,
because as a kid, because I noticed this with my kids. Mm-hmm. When you tell a kid to do something, they feel like they have forever to learn the thing, whatever it is. If you tell a adult, they not listening to you in the same light. Like they're grown. They not, bro. We don't have the same experiences. I will figure this shit out. But a kid, I think, will they have longer to sit with it.
A kid ultimately feels obligated to listen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like when you tell a child that they doing something, they gonna sit, they gonna listen, and they feel like, damn, this motherfucker really telling me some shit right now, as opposed to an adult, because I'm actually dealing with that shit with my oldest daughter's mom. You know what I'm saying? I found myself telling her about herself a lot, especially when it comes to being in, you know, my daughter's life. You know, it's a situation where, like, I tell her, like, this child is growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like she 15 in high school, living a life. You can't just pop up when the fuck you feel like it. You can't just call and be with this rah-rah shit when you fucking feel like it. Because eventually she not gonna want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you get into this, oh, you know, I'm grown, I can do whatever I want to. Okay.
I think that all depends. I think that just depends on the person, though. I'm just saying.
I feel everybody got that in them, because if somebody, when people tell me things, it may seem like I took it in and I took it, but my first thought is, nigga, I know, because I feel like I do be knowing some shit. But when somebody tell me, I have to sit with it for a little second and be like, you know what, you're right, because me, I done had so many of those moments. That's why I know how it feels, because I done had so many of them. Fuck you, I don't care. And then you sit with it, and then you realize, you maybe need to listen. It don't matter the age, color, sex, or whatever. That listen.
You be doing that shit with man. I be telling him shit all the time.
I mean, but that's true. Like in simplest terms, that's true. Like he do it too. He do it in real life too. But yeah,
I had to learn that too. Like when somebody tell me something that I'm already like feeling a way about myself or have seen that I might need to work on, it's kind of like the audacity of you to bring it to me. What makes you think I don't
but
understand?
you're gonna think about it and probably try to work on it if you're a good person. Or if you care about.
I ain't never been like the audacity of this nigga to be like, "Around your drink is insane." I never would do that. Because if you saw it, you saw it. What you know what I'm saying? Like if you're my friend, I know you're not gonna just randomly be like, "Hey, your ass is a nuisance." Like you would say that for a reason, but that's just me though. So I you know what I'm saying? And I get that everybody is not the same, but I do think it do be funny how like people do their instant responses. I'm grown, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's like, yeah, we all are grown, but that don't mean that there isn't room for improvement. And I think that that's more of an ego thing and a pride thing, as to like, you know, you don't want to hear it, but it's like that's on us. That's our own personal thing. I don't think that just because we have an ego issue, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't not mind our business with our friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I still see my friends tweaking, I'm gonna say that shit nicely. You can internalize that how you feel. Just know that I know that I did my part.
What if you tweaking and they ain't tweaking? Like, what if it's you thinking that they tweaking and they really not tweaking?
I don't know. I feel like I'm at a different.
You gotta sit with it and make sure it ain't an actual problem before you address some shit and then be intervening on some shit they doing. You can't do that. You kind of let it play out and try to. If anything goes bad, then yeah. If it actually is going down that road, then step in, but don't just intervene.
I didn't say just intervene. That's not what I said. It's more of a if you see like a pattern. I'm more of a, if you see a pattern with something, be like, hey, what's going on, gang? Boom, boom, boom. Not a just because you do something maybe I don't favor. You know what I'm saying? In this one moment, oh, I'm gonna check you on it. It's like, don't do that. Like I was telling you before, like, you know, there's this dude, he doesn't drink or smoke. And the second I start being myself on the phone, he instantly attributed it to my drinking. It's like, hey, you just don't know me yet. I'm actually a fool without this liquor as well. You know what I'm saying? But I get what y'all are saying. But you know, I just think, I don't know. I don't know. I think there are ways to be successful with not minding your business and minding your business.
You gotta be a superhero.
I didn't say a superhero, but I love effort. I'm gonna say
Gotta be a
that.
superhero.
That's not I feel like we make certain thought processes seem harsher or harder than what they could be. Like you said, you and your person, y'all gonna talk eventually. You probably said what you needed to say. Y'all gonna talk eventually. I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna go into everything as, oh, I can't say nothing because everybody's grown. It's like, no,
No, that's everybody. Everybody got issues, is what I'm saying, and then I can't intervene on everybody's issues.
I'm not saying you have to. Okay.
No, because that's what I think of when I think of I have people around me that needs some assistance. Shit, I'm a person that around me that needs assistance. So it's like you got all these different people that you can intervene and assist them with by not minding your business. But like my whole thing is mind your business so much that you can mind somebody else's business. Because if you're not on top of your own shit, you can't tell somebody else how to be on top of theirs. So that's.
I don't think you always have to be. I think if a crackhead was to tell you something today, we can't say like the messenger, right?
You got it, but the messenger, you got to come from somebody who is like, all right, I see why you got that way of thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
I see why you don't
gotta
want
respect.
to
I feel like you gotta kind of respect the way that they think, and kind of see where they're coming from. Sometimes people have a lot of opinions. So if this is just somebody who just is throwing out opinions, it's kind of like, okay, whatever, that's on you.
Exactly.
But if you saying something and I can really see, like, if I think about it, I'm like, damn, I can kind of work on something like that. Then I'll work on it. I'm grown enough to know, like, okay, work on this shit. Like, if they bringing it up, I consider the source. I think about what they saying, and then I go from there. But on the contrary, I will be honest. I'm not a person that could sugarcoat things, but I do like for people to address me in a certain type of way.
See, and that's where it's like, that'd be unfair with how we are, because it's like, oh, I get to be a blunt person, but when you talking to me, yeah, you better be nice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how about we all learn how to talk to each other like we got some sense? Because it was just like, like you said earlier, you feel like you can't joke with me a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Because then I'm gonna respond a certain way. But my thing is, if you wouldn't have said what you said the first time, I wouldn't have done what I did. You get what I'm saying? But if we learn,
but then it goes back to.
But if we learn how to talk to each other,
language, it'll be funny between us. It's not funny between me and you. So
and maybe it's a sexist thing.
Not even a sexist thing, because
I don't think that's a sexist
it's
thing.
not even because I make these same jokes with my spouse. She's a she.
I would like to think so.
And people be identifying as all these things in the world, and I was just playing around earlier saying I'm non-binary, just making a joke. I identified as a bookshelf, so yeah. I just needed to put that out there. She's a she, and we make the same type of jokes that me and this guy makes here.
I'll be sensitive.
And those actually be directed at. No,
listen, I will be sensitive.
But there's nothing wrong with being sensitive. I think the premise of the conversation is like, when you are minding your business, or you do see people that you care about going down the wrong path, or something like that, or even if you see random people in the street dealing with shit, you have to handle things tactfully, and that varies on a case by case basis. How I have to address you and your issues is different than how I would have to address him and his issues is different than how I would handle somebody on the fucking street. You know what I'm saying? So like, tact plays a big part in us minding our business. And then and there's many instances, hell, fucking the famous line at the end of fucking the one of Avengers movies, we handle it by not handling. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to let things run its course. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes minding our business may be the right fucking answer. You know what I'm saying? But the same thing Millie said, we got to assess the situation. We got to gather this information. But like my biggest thing is that if we can intervene into some shit before it goes too far, I think we kind of owe it to us as a community, as Black people, as people of color, to do something.
That's true.
You feel me? So
Different levels of superheroes. There's
So
the
it's still not
street
mad in your
superheroes.
business. So it's still like when you think about it, it's you could see something off the rip and be like, hey, I see you go, but then we like just talk about that just now, like, you know, you can't be having an opinion on everything.
for
So
sure.
how would you combat something before it gets too out of hand then? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. No.
if that's the thought process.
I mean, and I hate for that to be the default answer, that's a case by case basis, because like you kind of know in certain situations, like I kind of know if for example, last week when we did the remote therapy pod, and this guy here kind of answered harshly to doing it as to why he went on the episode. I know what's happening when he respond like that. So the way we handle that shit is by just letting that shit rock.
Mhm.
You feel me? And then eventually, as the days progress, hey man, I was fucking tripping that day. I apologize. And I'm like, yeah, nigga, I know. You feel me? But nothing had to be said there. You feel me? But as opposed to like if you would have came and been like, fuck this episode, do you need to talk? Like what's going, like tell me what's really happening, friend. What like what's up with you? You feel me? So like I would handle the same response coming from you differently than how I would handle it coming from him. And you kind of got to know that shit in the moment. Like you have to be not only emotionally intelligent enough, but aware of the people that you're dealing with to kind of know, okay, I need to intervene here, as opposed to this nigga just tripping right now. We gonna let that shit rock.
Mhm.
You feel me? So yeah,
I feel you.
gotta read the room.
Yeah. Everybody not good at that.
Yeah.
It's real. It's real.
You can't read.
I just don't. Yeah, I just don't care about all that stuff because I try to be nice to people, but I don't be trying to be a dick.
For sure.
I be trying to be as neutral as I can with people.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
I don't get mad if y'all pull a me on me. Y'all talk to me how I talk to y'all. Y'all make the jokes to me. I don't get mad
I
at
don't
that.
pull other people on themselves.
Oh no, but I'm
That's
saying
not
like
it.
no, I'm saying like people with my personality. I'm not the only person with a personality that's like kind of
Abrasive.
abrasive. Yes, yes,
That's why
I don't really have that, that issue with people like that. I kind of like them and be like, dang, you really
like me.
Yeah, and you kind of yourself, but you like me. Cause stuff, I don't know. No, I mean.
No, for sure. Is rap music over sexualized?
Yeah.
Music is over sexualized.
Music is
In
over
general,
sexualized.
yeah.
Everything is
over.
over sexualized now.
Mhm.
Everything is like
sure.
all the entertainment fashions.
For sure. That was this brother doing this interview. I don't know bro name, but he was saying how like the depiction of certain artists like Sexy Red for example, people it's kind of molding the youth in a certain way. So like where they see that and they like, oh, Sexy Red, this is the image. She's getting all this attention. She's getting all this money. She's this, that, and the other. So the youth would translate that and be like, I have to then become that to reach that certain level. Do y'all feel as if that might be the case?
That's always been the case with female. Well, with artists, my bad.
No, you got it.
Sex sales.
For sure.
You know how I know it affects the youth? I stayed at school with my son for like half a day.
Mhm.
And at lunch, they were singing Sexy Red. Now he's in 7th grade. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I asked one of the girls, I was like, so do you like Sexy Red? They're like, yeah. I was like, how do you think she displays herself as a lady? Like, what do you think about how she conducts herself as a woman? They were like, she's cute and she getting money.
She cute and she getting money. That's all they care
And
about.
at that point, I was like, I am very thankful I don't have a daughter because I would choke you. But I just was just like,
Nah, for sure.
I couldn't even go into it. I was just so like,
About
she's
to
cute
raise
and
me
she's
at
getting
least a
money.
Baumgartner.
What?
It's all right. It's all right.
And
That's what I'm like.
and then when I go to pick, him up from school, these 7th, 8th graders look like grown women, like for real, like full face makeup, long nails, long hair. Like I had to wait to get my nails done.
Have you seen
Like-
any of the preteen shows like this, like the type of stuff that we used to watch? Our preteen stuff. I ain't saying our because I didn't watch
Yeah.
Degrassi and stuff.
I
but
did.
shows like that
Mhm.
that we had. They shows is already like it's way more blatant than the shows that we had.
Absolutely.
I don't know the names of them, but I be seeing them and I be like, why is he watching this?
Even
I
some
ain't
of these
gonna hold
high school shows is too much.
you. Yeah, like Euphoria for that to
crazy.
be set in high school.
I've always said
That
that's
shit wild.
it's like
It's
it's
very
That
like
shit wild
child
like a
porn.
motherfucker.
It's literally a version of child porn because it's just like they're like, well, that's the point. We're showing the teenage experience. I said, hold on, there is a way to tactfully
That wasn't my experience.
Mm-mm.
But no,
at
that
all,
was
at
nice.
all.
and
like,
then but that creates the experience because when we
Yeah.
watch movies like this, you think the shit like that going on. When we used to watch shit like American Pie, we used to think
Yeah.
shit like that was going on
Yeah.
in certain
Stuff
places,
was
and it
wild
was
and shit,
because
yeah.
of movies like that. But with movies like that, with movies like that,
see, I was watching High School Musical. I was ready to dance on tables.
I love Degrassi.
I was
thought
ready
it
to- I was
great.
ready
She
to be
didn't,
happy.
watch none of the movies that they all started making when they left Disney. But she,
What?
all the movies that they started making when they left Disney.
Not another superhero
For
movie.
real.
That shit.
For real.
Them niggas was wild.
No.
Them motherfuckers was high school heathens.
But nah, like all these shows is super over sexualized, but our stuff was like kind of hidden behind
Yeah.
jokes. Like
Yeah.
it was you a see dude with the pound on his junk or whatever, they will show the shit now in these shows.
Yeah.
And they like, bro, what is we doing right now? Why is this for a young kid?
Well, it's not. That's the thing. It's targeted towards adults, featuring
You can't
adult
do that.
adult actors posing
Playing
as
as
children.
kids.
It's
But
like
you
it's like that's
you
weird.
can't
It's like
make
this
no
is
high school
weird.
shit for adults. Like even the Gen V, that show, dope. I like superheroes and stuff, but like we talking about high school kids. Why is it so many? Why are we seeing so many dicks, titties, and ass and all this?
Euphoria
all this gender stuff
traumatized
and
me. I could not make it past the second episode. I knew after season 1 I was kind of done, but season 2, I think I gave it the first episode, and I said,
I ain't
that's
even
enough of
watch
that.
it. I ain't gonna lie.
I said
I watched
that's
the whole thing.
it was intense. It was intense.
It was very intense.
It was.
It was a billion different themes.
Mm-mm,
It was so.
mm-mm. I didn't.
I
I
was
didn't
so
need to.
crazy.
I didn't need none of that.
I'm like, I don't know if I would want my son to watch that as a teenager at all.
No,
Like,
I mean,
no.
Nah, see, my thing is now, as a teenager, immediately no. That's a hard pass.
Mm.
We won't be doing TVMA in my home until you are out the crib.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
Like, but why are so many high school shows and they not targeted to the high school kids? Like, if they doing high school
Pedophilia.
shit, it should be.
They say a lot of these creators behind these shows are creeps.
Well,
You know what I'm
that's-
saying? Even
I
when we look
believe
at,
it.
but even when we look at like the creators of like on the Nickelodeon shows, like they were saying Dad Schneider or whatever used to be like really weird and having like all the girls like a man in them. That's why they would have like weird feet sketches and stuff like that, is because motherfuckers had like a foot fetish. They would write
The
themselves into them
Nickelodeon
skits.
logo was a foot.
They would write themselves into the skits with the young ladies, knowing that the young ladies was uncomfortable with them. Like Hollywood is very what they call it, Holly weird.
Very
Mhm.
weird.
It's a strange place, and the content, like, you know, when you look at it now with adult eyes, you're like,
Yeah,
This ain't-
that's what I'm saying.
this
It's
isn't
been
okay.
since we was younger. but it's
But
getting
they
more
masked
and
it.
more
It's
blatant.
getting more pronounced.
Yeah, it's getting more and more pushed to the
For sure.
front, and to the point where everybody like, oh well, the new ages is just dropping. They
Like,
just
there's a show
dropping the
called-
ages.
Like there's a show called The Life of the Sex Life of College Girls. My thing is, why do we have to focus on the sex life? And then we're calling them girls. They're in college. Can we call them women? Like, can we? Like, it's like it's weird.
And
It's
to be honest, that's something that I ain't never ever think about. That is funny. They call motherfuckers college girls, and most of the people I'm in school with right now, which is college, are old as fuck. Like they as old as me or older. And like these are college grannies.
Not grannies. That's funny.
Like for real. They got the college grannies out.
yeah, no, it's too much sex in the world for me.
It is, and I think that kids are getting exposed to it younger and younger, especially if you let your kids listen to music, like openly listen to different types of music, which I don't mind. That's just me. But then when he comes to you and asks you, he asked me some term, and I was like, ask your dad about that. I was like, I don't even want to try to explain it. What did they say? I think it was something about, it might have been busting on the face, something crazy, something about oral. Yeah. And I was just like, I think you should ask your father.
Facials.
It was something, yeah, it was something very strange. And I was just, no, I left her something about leaving my kids on her, something like that. And he was like, what does that even mean? And I'm like, yo, talk to your dad about it. But it's just
My
like
dumb
stuff
ass
like
would have made a
that.
stupid ass joke. Like I would have picked up my whoever asked, probably would have been Cassius. I would have picked him up and just sat him on his mama and was like, "That's what it means." If I would have did that, you wouldn't have been here. Like I do, like I'm the old school type of joke person. Like I do something like that. Like you'll get it when you get older. I'm not finna tell you what it mean right now. You too young. You don't need to hear all that. But this
But
what
they
it
talking
means.
about it in school. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, so then
they
maybe
talking
one
about
day,
it in school.
he'll
already.
see that maybe you just need to be more discreet. Like your daddy is discreet. He ain't tell you all this stuff. He joke with you about this stuff.
Mhm.
You ain't gotta go out here and be like that. Be chill with all that.
It's crazy though. I wasn't thinking about sex in his grade at all.
How old is
your son?
He's in 7th grade.
I was terrified.
I wasn't thinking about it at all. Like no.
They taught us because I don't know if you ever had this thing called Project Vita, in which it was like this little group that would come and pretty much we had like sexual health.
Mhm.
And so that's when we learned about HIV and AIDS. And once I learned about permanent sexual diseases, I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. But yeah, no, but it is happening in grade school though. They're definitely fucking in grade school. Like,
absolutely.
I was like, when I learned how young people be, you know, it's happening.
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
We're not gonna go there again. Last time I went there, someone got on me and made me feel like a bad person. You know, I was young. I was in school.
Let's be clear, that person was made to feel inadequate because they knew how to do one thing versus cooking a steak.
No.
Let's
I didn't. I mean,
so that was the only reason why I even tried to crucify your age. Like I don't really care because I know men's experiences.
That's the only reason why I did it because you came at me.
Were
so
you
I
older
came
than
at
my
you.
son? Or younger?
Yeah, I think he was though. I thought you said
How
you
old
were
is your
like
son?
He's 12. He'll be 13 next month.
How was your son's age?
Hell no. I can't even imagine him.
Like,
Like,
you thought I said?
I recalled you saying 15.
No,
You said 13.
no. I was
Okay.
12.
Funny Marco and G Herbo.
and see, that's the age I keep hearing. So when I talk to
Because-
him now, I'm like,
Because most kids at our age, like, is out here. That's what I'm saying. It's always been sexualized.
mhm.
I don't know when it wasn't sexualized.
Is that a boy's experience?
That's
Yes,
a person.
with it being
young.
Who are we fucking? Are we fucking
Okay.
boys?
Okay.
No.
they-
I'm asking because it ain't just our experience.
Okay.
But I hear more men say that they lost their virginity
Very
No.
young.
Because you know why? Because there's a stigma attached to it.
Mhm.
Who are we fucking if not girls. Like if y'all ain't having the same experience, who are we?
No,
fucking?
it's for okay. Can I say something?
Uh-huh.
From when I hear a lot of men say they had their first sexual experience like very young, it has sounded like it's been with an older woman,
Yes.
a person that was
It's
supposed
true.
to be caring over them.
A
It
few
was a
years older,
person
but
One of my
still
still older.
sisters.
So-
but she wasn't like older.
How old was she though?
She was 15.
But see, that's still strange because she's in high school and you're in middle school.
I think a lot of young men actually be assaulted. And I don't think y'all view it as that. And I'm not trying to say that about your experience at all. But I'm saying like a lot of young men really do like be taken advantage of and they be considering that a normal sexual experience. And it's like, no, gang, like that actually sounds like you kind of got taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be interesting to hear because it's just like, I think, and that's me taking,
Say for instance, these little kids that we're talking about now with the sexy reds and stuff, they listening to this music, they seeing this music and all this. You don't think that they thinking like, hey, I want to be on the receiving end of that?
I mean, I get that, right? But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna try to put as
And
many
then think about
principles.
this too.
Mm-hmm.
Older, back in our generation, older men, because they didn't want their sons to be gay, they used to say shit like, "Oh, you gonna be a virgin forever," or "you gonna divert." It makes you think like, "Hey, I need to get some ass so I can be whatever this ranking is."
Affirm my masculinity
or
or,
whatever the case may
sexuality.
be. It used
I
to
know
be a
that
lot
it's
of that
like that.
because I ain't gonna hold you, like that was always a thing. Like I was like, shit,
Always.
you ain't finna be saying this about me, but that ain't why I did it. But like that's something that goes with people. Like we used to make jokes about people that was virgins and shit at certain ages,
Yeah.
and that used to be in movies too.
At least for
It still
the
happens.
men.
Yeah,
You
that
know
men.
what I'm saying? Like being a virgin as a woman that like
y'all
that,
joke about that shit amongst each other. Y'all, it ain't a broad thing. Y'all will call us virgin. Be like, you're a virgin. Like
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say
y'all.
something. Yeah, well, you pointed at us.
Women.
You literally.
The women's
said
sex.
y'all.
The women's sex.
I don't think
I've never joked about somebody being a virgin.
I'm trying
Honestly,
to think about like that wasn't because I wasn't thinking about sex at that age. You know what I'm saying? So why would I care that you're a virgin? Like I'm a virgin. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. But it just sounds like there's just a huge gap in how
it's a lot of
how y'all come up and then how we come because for us
Because-
preserving our virginity forever. That's the key.
That's the
Wow.
key.
Now, because if
And-
you find
and
out
for
about
us-
because if you
us
find
losing
because if you
it.
find out
it's
about
like the key.
Yeah, what was
Well,
you
see,
gonna say? I want to hear
I was
that.
gonna say because like if you hear about a young lady who started busting it down at 12, we're ostracizing her.
Period.
We're not even cool. She
Immediately.
ain't got friends. She ain't got
That's
friends.
funny because they
That-
don't
I ain't-
like that.
I ain't not sure.
Them hoes used to click up.
No.
They would click up while everyone else who was fucking in high school and stuff is leaving them. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it wasn't a thing. That's not a thing in the female kingdom.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
It's
so
not.
see, in the male world, it's the completely opposite. Like, all this nigga here ain't getting
This
no
nigga ain't
ass.
getting no ass.
This nigga, this
He
nigga
lame.
here, he ain't fucking. Man, I am fucking.
Hey,
You
it
feel-
be
you feel me?
lying, bro.
It be lying.
lying.
And be lying.
Like-
I am fucking.
yeah, I am fucking.
What's
Nah,
cra-
for real though. Nah,
what's-
for real. Cause I know
Yeah, yeah, like.
What's crazy is like having a son. I'm seeing like the way that they think young, and I told him I was like, please don't. I was like, you're not responsible enough. If you're thinking about having sex, you're not responsible enough to have sex. I'm not even just gonna say you're not old enough. You're not responsible enough. I'm like, I have to remind you of certain things right now. I'm like, so you get into a situation where you think you're ready to have sex, you'll mess around and make a baby. I'm like, or get yourself a disease because you're not responsible enough for this. You thinking that it's like cool or you so interested in it, but it's a lot that comes with that. And I don't think you're ready for that. You know what I'm
Can I
saying?
tell
Like
you
for
to
real.
take us- and this is me stepping in to be a superhero. I don't see. This is me trying to take her approach, and I'm not thinking about boundaries right now.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say take a different approach with that way that you addressing that. Don't tell him what he's not gonna do. Tell him what he needs to do if he's gonna do that. Like if you tell him he not gonna be this and not gonna be that, he gonna possibly remember that. He could hold it against you later if he ended up doing it and either failing or succeeding. Either way, they like to throw it in your face when they find out that the parent was either wrong or telling them some shit. But I would say more, yeah, just like tell them like, all right, if you want me doing this, this is what you need to do. Because if not, this is what could happen.
Yeah, we talk about
Me being your and then you can't say, you can throw it in there and be like, hey, me being your parent, I know you. I know you. So I know you're not ready yet. You're not responsible. You don't show these signs.
Ugh,
Like
the thought of it is so gross to me because I'm seeing him as like a kid.
Yeah.
And it's like, how could you ever
I'm thinking
even
about life.
think?
I have 2 boys and I just had a little girl. And the reason, and I was gonna say when you were saying the way you thinking, yeah, that's because of the way we raise our kids and the way that we just as people. Because I raise my sons, I talk to them normal. They're little boys, and I talk to them normal how I talk to y'all. I may curse. They understand the boundaries of cursing and who can use the curse words and what they're used for. They know what they mean. They're not stupid. They're not finna sit here and curse nobody out. My kids don't do that. They don't do all the stuff that we did spitefully with stuff like that, with information like that. With my little girl, I'm not gonna be as vulgar with her. Like I'm not gonna do all of that. And that's because she is the little princess. Like I think men should protect women, and that's me protecting my daughter, and her brothers will protect her, and that's me raising 2 boys that I want to be protective people. Period. Just period. So it's a difference between how you raise girls and how you raise boys. So yeah, they may be more sexually inclined than she is, because what you need to be out here worrying about, they don't need to be worrying about it either. Worry about getting your life together, because all that sexual stuff, it'll come with whatever success you have, because that's one thing that has been attached to everything. Once success comes money and sex, fame and infamy. like all of that come together. So it's like, if you want a plethora of that, go get your life right. Don't be sitting here worried about ass when you got an empire to build. If you ain't got one to build, do what you do it. But that's just what I teach my sons and my daughter. It'll be like, hey, don't be out here. Hey, you can get money your damn self. You ain't got to go out here and do whatever it is you think you got to do because you're a girl and you. No, that shit is fake. Like, what are you feeling here? That's what you go do. And that's boy or girl.
That's right.
But that's why we were so differently raised.
I'm killing any 12-year-old of mine.
I hear you.
Sex. I think that's just where I draw the line in general. That boy, girl, shims them. I don't give a fuck.
I was surprised he was kissing people. I'm like, you kissing people?
Yeah.
He like, I kissed so many girls at my old school. Really?
Just how life changed over the time from us, between our parents and us, is going to change between us and them. So it's like, we can't hold too many boundaries on the lifestyle that America is creating. I mean, we can't do shit about that, really. They making our babies. We ain't raising these motherfuckers no more.
Yeah.
We just caretakers.
Funny Marco and G Herbo.
Funny Marco and G Herbo.
In Southside.
I didn't really see it. So what happened?
So funny Marco, he do the little interviews where he be
with
real
the humor.
dry.
Yeah,
that shit. So G Herbo and his artist Southside was his most recent guest, and they was real aggressive with Marco. They was breaking his shit, calling him out his name. At one point Herbo threw a cup at him. You know what I'm saying? Like all types of shit. And then, apparently, following the interview, Marco was saying how he was, he didn't feel safe, and you know what I'm saying?
That part I would have left. See, I would have never put out that my guest made me feel away. I would have let that footage come out and let the internet do what it
Do-
does.
do
He said he didn't feel safe.
So what happened was he had like made a post. That was the only reason I knew about the interview. He was like, "Yeah, I know y'all. A lot of y'all don't appreciate the Herb and Southside interview. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really too cool with it either. But you know, it's out there. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, I would have just put it out and just I wouldn't have gave the disclaimer because they were saying like that made him seem more of a mark by saying that he felt uncomfortable on his own show. I think that
from what I read, it looked like, because I seen what you're talking about. I ain't see him say he was scared or nothing like that. I seen him say that he done took a lot of L's in his life or whatever, and he's in a professional setting right now. It was almost like hey, I would have took it there, but I can't take it there because I'm doing this show and I can't really fuck my bag up for some shit, you know.
Yeah, no.
That's what I took from it.
No, for
Did
sure.
he
And
post
I
something
understand that stance as well. It's like,
I think that was said all in that one. post.
Yeah. It's like I understand that as well. It's like, nah, it's like this isn't what I do over here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I understand because some people were saying like they was just giving him the energy that he gives others. I said, y'all are slow. Because I've never seen Funny Marco call nobody a goofy, tell them to shut the fuck up, throwing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was strange. Like that was my first time being disappointed at maybe not my first time, but I was irritated with Herbo because it's like, this is what you're doing. And what made it worse was they said that when Southside was there with Marco by himself, everything was cool. They said when Herbo showed up, that's when Southside kind of started acting out and like pretty much they started acting buddying up and like, you know, tried to
being bullies.
Yeah, and it looked so strange on grown people. I think that's what it was for me. It was like these are very much grown men, and then like our peers. Well, he should have fought back. I'm like, but no, like he said, like he's built this for himself. He's not gonna mess it up by acting ghetto. But it was interesting to see.
So they really broke that man words?
Mm-hmm.
How? Like just
I think Southside slammed it on the ground or some shit.
How did they get it?
Somebody off set brought it to him. Like they were talking about the watch, but Marco didn't have it on. And somebody off the set brought it to him. And then he was like, nah, this shit fake. And then just slammed it on the ground, shattered it into pieces across the room, all types of shit.
Are you serious?
It was like,
yeah.
I like what's his name? Skinbone.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, nah, man, that's drunk motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't hang around people who get too drunk.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
My only issue with the shit, because I really don't care that much. My biggest issue, don't nobody be having this energy with that white bitch, that little white girl.
Offset was the only
Offset
one.
was on her heel.
Yeah.
But he was kind of getting down on it in terms of like, oh, shorty, you can't dress, nothing, woo. But like, she really making a name for stealing bro whole flow.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like,
But a lot of us don't like her though. Like in the Twitter sphere, she's not a fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like, like people pretty much are irritated with the fact that she likes to go into black spaces and act very uncomfortable because like, she had went out to the strip club with Sukihana and shit like that and was just this the whole night. And it's like, you're weird. So I don't like her just off rip. But from what I've gathered, the black public doesn't fuck with her. Now, Celebrityville, we know how that is. I don't know who she's related to. I don't know how she got that interview with Drake.
I
don't know how she
got it with.
We used to have shit like rap, MTV The Basement and all that type of stuff to like have to be the place for all these type of shows. Now we got this bitch. We got DeMarco. We got Kai Cenat. Like, why they always got all these? Who are they to have all these celebrities on their platforms?
Did you see that nigga has Zendaya on that?
Yeah, I seen that. He had way more people in Zendaya that was like, bro, how the fuck do you know these people?
So it's Zendaya.
I know, but he don't have motherfuckers on that's like, bro, how?
I mean, I don't know this new this new wave of influencers and how the streamers and how they actually are getting all of this notoriety. I don't know what they've done.
I wish I just know an old white Jewish man that, like, you know, pause, want to invest in me. Because I feel like that's what it is. You just find that old white Jew. And they're like, I don't like this nigger stuff you're doing. And like, they ain't going to tell you that. And
I just met one
they
like
probably
that
won't
at a
talk like
fashion
that,
show.
but
I should have got his information.
Yeah, hey, they love our shit, but
He
they
was-
just, you know.
I don't hang with. He interjected in our conversation like, I don't hang with white people. I only hang with black people because y'all more fun. And at that point, I'm just like,
They love us.
here we go. Here we go. I don't even like them.
They love us.
No, for sure. They do. Did y'all hear about the Instacart fiasco that's going on? Well, I just stuck that shit to Instacart. I don't know what delivery service that is,
Mhm.
but so there's this video that's floating around right now of this young black woman. She's doing a grocery delivery. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if any of y'all ever Instacarted some shit before, but you know
I used to be an Instacart driver.
Oh, okay, so you're very familiar with it. So you know you make you a little grocery list on an app. Somebody go do the shopping for you, and they bring the shit to you. So in this particular video, this family gets like $400 worth of groceries. Like had this girl do their entire grocery shopping. When she gets there, she recognizes that they didn't give her a tip for doing all the grocery shopping. She then decides to take their shit, put it back in her trunk, and say, since y'all didn't tip, I'm taking all this shit back.
Taking it back?
Yeah.
I would have
Hey,
kept it. I
that's
would have
these
kept it at
com-
least. Like, taking it back is ridiculous. I'm not taking it back to the store. Those just would have been my groceries. Over a tip.
Over a tip.
Do I
So
resonate with her? Let me think.
So the discussion, the discussion is, one, is she in the wrong for doing that?
Yeah.
Should they had tipped? And two, should these platforms factor in tipping in their services? Should like,
Honestly, a lot of these like ride share services or like services where it's people doing things for other people pay out terribly. I first think the issue is the base pay. I think the first issue is the base pay. The second issue is, once again, I just feel like if you got people delivering shit for you, serving you shit, you should be tipping. Like I do think that. I don't think I would have returned the groceries. I mean, I think like I said, I would have kept them. But at the same time, have I been not tipped before when I did Instacart? No. You know what I'm saying? However, I'm just I actually took it back to the store. Taking it back to the store is a lot.
Yeah,
I
you
would've-
might as well just say,
You should just because honestly, I think you can actually see the tip before you accept the order. So she could have just declined the order in general. You know what I'm saying? You know, but nah, because I mean, I'm sure the base for that, if it was $400, she probably.
She got something.
She got something.
out there. Service
she
fee,
got
delivery
something out
fee.
of it,
She getting
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I think
She's a little petty.
Yeah, I
She's-
think she's
she's-
super petty, and she was looking for attention.
You got
'Cause,
issues with expectation, goddamn.
Yeah.
Your
That's
job say this is what you get paid to go do this.
Fact.
That's what you should expect.
That tip is
Yeah.
a bonus.
The tip is always a bonus. If a motherfucker want to give you whatever they want to give you in their heart, that is the bonus.
Yep.
And people honestly not obligated to tip. You know,
No.
you know what I'm saying? Like should people tip? Yeah. But that shit has always been an option. Even like when you go to restaurants, tip your waiter, tip your waitress. That shit, unless you get into that gratuity shit where you're serving a table of 5, 6, 7 more people. You feel me? Then like the restaurant themselves force you to tip, but that shit.
And that's
That's an option.
kind of what you get for working for one of these half-ass companies.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these half-ass
Yeah.
companies where it's like, hey, we'll give you this part, you have this part, and then
We
we'll
just
give you this little bit of whatever you deserve, or
And then-
whatever we
and then
deserve, whatever we're gonna get you.
And then the fact of the matter with a lot of them them apps, they be finessing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because like if you order some shit off of Uber Eats, if you place your order on Uber Eats, then you actually go to the place that you getting your shit from. On the app, they charging you double whatever it is that they charging you there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So one, you paying for the same thing twice. They hitting you with a delivery fee. They hitting you with a service fee, and then you tipping on top of that. Like,
Mhm.
I want to get an Uber driver in here so you can explain to me what makes it worth going and doing that. Either Uber, Lyft, or whatever them type of
like a
do that
professional one
service.
too. Like
Whatever them-
yeah.
Those used to
You
pay
run
decent
a
back
lot
in the
of
day.
gas.
I used to
Lyft,
do. I've done.
Postmates, all them that do those type of services where it's like 50-50. Like, we'll give you a job if you got a car. We'll give you a job if you got this. Like, you,
I've done Uber.
yeah.
Mhm.
And was it, well, how did that work for you? Like, gas, mileage
See,
on
I
your
will say,
car.
but that's when Uber wasn't as popular. So like the payouts was actually pretty
Larger.
solid. Yeah. So it's like
What
you
was
could
it?
you could do maybe 2-3 trips and make like 150. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
Like
crazy.
150, 200. Yeah, no, it was decent. That was like back in 2018,
Yeah,
I
that's
would
crazy.
say. Yeah, it was good times. It
That's
was good times.
unprecedented.
But now when everything got oversaturated,
Mhm.
now it's like everybody's getting crumbs because everybody is on those apps. Because
Because I be thinking, when I used to take Ubers, it'd be from here to the city, like $20-something.
Yeah.
How you getting paid off $20-something? I feel like my car alone would suck up 10 of that.
Mhm.
How your car doing this and then you get paid whatever? Like, you gonna tell me that's paying for your gas and your bills that you're working for?
And your oil change you're gonna need?
Your oil change.
well,
that
for
you
me, that
gonna
was
need,
more of
your
a side
tires,
hustle. It wasn't my main
Man.
Your
situation.
belts change.
Jesus, don't remind me.
All that. It's a, yeah. You
I was
running the
as
shit out your
a
car.
full time thing. Yeah, that's a different thing to consider. For me, it was more of a extra cash type situation. Because I had a 9 to 5.
Mhm. I always need a little extra on the side.
Forever and always.
Mhm.
Forever and always.
What's 5 ways to ease seasonal depression?
I didn't get to write them down,
You didn't get
so
to
we're
write 'em
gonna
down.
tackle those next week.
We're gonna tackle that next week. Okay.
Yeah, because I know because seasonal depression's weird.
No, for
I'm
sure.
all
a
about like
real
when the
thing.
sun goes down. I'm not a happy camper.
Hey, weed grows in all of those systems, in all those seasons. So that's one.
Mhm.
Every season, weed is on one of those 5.
Taking vitamin D, going for walks outside,
Mm-hmm.
gratitude journals.
One was saying like just get your mindset ready for fall. Like decorate your home, revamp your wardrobe.
That's funny. All that stuff does work.
Yep.
Touch grass.
Touch
Mhm.
grass.
Touch grass.
Touch
Yeah.
grass.
Somebody was saying you should go outside and like have your feet.
Yeah, they do
just
say that, like in dirt or like just onto the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I love being barefoot outside.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it.
And not. Yeah. Keep that one.
Mhm.
What were you about to say? No, I have to know.
No, I was gonna say, when I go to Puerto Rico, that's the only time I'm barefoot.
Oh.
I don't do that shit here. And I shouldn't do it there because there's so many little lizards and shit like that.
Oh,
But-
lizards.
I'm talking about lizards. Them motherfuckers get annoying because they not lizards. The motherfuckers is surviving out here in these streets. Them big ass iguanas.
I'm just a sucker for reptiles and amphibians.
Until they are infested. Like, you know how we got a lot of squirrels out here? They got those.
Mm.
That's their squirrel.
Yeah, that'll blow me a little bit, but I'll still be fascinated.
For a little while until one of them 6-foot ass motherfuckers is crossing the road, and then you sitting there like, why is there so much traffic? And then you pull up and you see it's this motherfucker just walking back and forth on the road because don't nobody want to hit it because if you kill him, you're in trouble.
Mm.
Can't kill him. People kill him left and right though, but yeah, they eat him out there.
For sure.
Oh, that's crazy.
You ever had iguana?
Yes.
Oh, lizard. Yeah.
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes. It's different if you thinking about it.
Right.
I think anything you try new, somebody should always put you. I ain't gonna say that because then you might kill somebody with allergies, but like have somebody else put you on without you knowing what you eating. because if you know what you eating, your brain gonna say, "Oh no, this shit nasty." I ate some shark one time, and I ate it 2 different ways. One, I knew it. That shit was disgusting. It was super fucking fishy and like, it tasted all super soft and mushy. And it is. But there's one time I ate it, they fried it so right that it was like I couldn't taste the mushiness because it was a good consistency. But the motherfuckers is mushy and fishy. Sharks.
I don't know shark.
Alligator is delicioso.
Yeah, alligator's really good.
I have yet to have alligator. There's a place in the city that make
motherfuckers got them teeth protecting something delicious.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. It's
deep
called
fried alligator. Yeah.
Oh my god, I went there and I'm never going back again. I'm sorry, but
Why you not going back?
I got food poisoning so bad.
Then
I went in their bathroom and they had mold on their
no.
paper towels. It was like a bunch of it, and at that point, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm
that's
never go
nuts.
back
Mold
again."
on paper towels.
On paper
That shit
towels.
got moist.
Yeah, it was really nasty. What's the name of that place?
That's crazy.
Jesus, because you gotta have like 10 people to eat it.
Yeah, and then it's a full deep fried alligator.
Yeah. Alligator's good. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
It's really good.
Damn.
This nigga want to go to Florida. Don't fuck around out there. They eat you.
Remember they had that giant alligator that was loose in Florida that year?
Every year you can put it on the board. Every year somebody dies from getting ate from alligators. Every year they find a body floating in the water with an alligator attached to it.
Oh, Jesus.
Every year I ain't making this shit up neither. You can Google it.
I ain't trying to go out like that.
No, that's
trying to go out like that.
that's bad.
Oh.
Hey,
You
I
drowning
ain't
and you
gonna
getting chopped up. Motherfuckers spinning and shit.
Ripping
You
apart.
drowning in the like no.
That sounds like something very different.
Hey, look, I'm finna get the fuck up out of here. I got somewhere to be, gang.
This nigga's
Oh.
stupid. This nigga's
You
stupid.
feel me?
Yeah.
But-
The therapy may be fake, but the love.
wrap this shit the fuck up. But no. In all seriousness, but before we close, we always have the segment called the Hidden Gem, and today's Hidden Gem artist, which I actually have a pretty funny story behind this record. After we play it, but today's Hidden Gem artist, it goes by the name of Evil Genius now, formerly known as Harry J, and this is the song called Bill Russell.
This what? This dumbass nigga.
Say yeah. Boogity boo. You should be scared. I'm definitely about to break a leg. You should beware. My tactics get harder than backflips on mattress. A hat trick. Come get some of this black girl magic. It's been 3 years. It's safe to say this shit's overdue. What the F wrong with you? Do you feel cold blue? Do you feel like you've been wrong? Cause you ain't part of the hill. These niggas blue. Guess they feeling windy. No matter what the fuck I'm at, I'll rep my city. Please, I'm well protected. All my soldiers at ease. So try me, bitch. You get shot like I'm Stoyakovich or 50 Cent. I got the power, need a rocket, bitch. Clock a bitch. Ain't got the time to sit and watch a bitch. Stop it, bitch. This octagon, a ring of fire, bitch. Cause I got the hits. I got the hits. Mike Tyson when I'm balling on my fist. Jackie Robbie when I'm sliding on a bitch. Bill Russell if we count up my chips. Cause I got the hits. Mike Tyson when I'm balling on my fist. Jackie Robbie when I'm sliding on a bitch. Bill Russell if we count up my chips. Cause they can't coon. All of these niggas be damn tripping. Ran through if I speak on half of these damn women. More's missing, nosy, they all in the wrong business. They knows I lose my shit if any my stones missing. I'm orthodox till I put you in front of that. That's a motherfucking fucking bar. Tell the DJ run it back. You know I'm a fucking star. I'ma need some sun with that. But you knew what I intended. That's a backwards pun, in fact, you simpleton. All of my bars start out. My internet is too high speed. Go ahead and log out. I keep it 100 when they send in the fog out. Melodies from heaven, guess they letting my dogs out. Cause I got the hits. Yeah. I got the hits. I got the hits. Mike Tyson when I'm rolling on my fist. Jackie Robbie when I'm sliding on a bitch. Bill Russell if we count up my chips. Cause I got the hits. Mike Tyson when I'm rolling on my fist. Jackie Robbie when I'm sliding on a bitch. Bill Russell if we count up my chips. Cause
And that was Bill Russell by Harvey J, also known